Greetings. I'm Logan, the G.I. Joe Gamer. Tonight we're going to be reading Pillars of Pentegarn. How you doing, Victor? I don't know if anybody else is hanging out with us tonight yet, so I'm going to talk about a few things and make sure that my sound is good before I start. There we go. So how you doing, Victor? Had to mute the sound for on the YouTube. See how many people are in there. Oh, just you. Looks like just you and I, Vic, so far. So I did kind of want to talk about what we've done so far this week. We started Remember Ben Canton game on Sunday. We had our session 0, and actually did so well. We got characters made and started playing. I did not play any more Baldur's Gate just yet, Victor, but I was planning on it. Hopefully I'll get some in this weekend, but we'll see how that goes. Not exactly feeling 100% today, but I've been looking forward to reading this tonight, so I'm going to go for it anyway. Get all the kinks out here. Anyway, we played Baldur's Gate on. I played Baldur's Gate on Tuesday, I think it was, and that was a lot of fun. That video actually did really well, better than I thought it would. So I'll probably do quite a few more of those. Let's see what we got tomorrow. We got Fridays from the Hilt. We're going to be talking about our usual stuff, Lenharo and RPGs. Always look forward to reading those. Get to these readings, man. Me too, dude. I'm gonna. Well, I got some allergies going on today, but I'm gonna push through and do it anyway. Except for Fridays from the Hilt tomorrow, we got the G.I. Joe takes. We got Roadblock that I did this week, but this weekend is Saturday's Veterans Day, so my midnight Joe's takes is going to be Sergeant Slaughter, so that should be a lot of fun. But well, we can get started. See how it's just you and me. If anybody jumps in, they can jump in. No sense wasting any time. What do you think, Vic? Because I'm thinking maybe there's a lot of live streams going on tonight, and there's football, and there's all sorts of stuff. So I don't know who else is going to show up tonight. But here we go. I'll be on Spine Ticks too. Spine Ticks is my home on Saturday nights, whether I'm going to be on the panel or just in the chat. This weekend, most likely just in the chat. But probably the weekend after Thanksgiving, Tiger and I will be back on Spine Ticks. If they're good with that, when we'll have us. All right, let's go, sir. All right, we got a scaly, bark-covered hand wraps its long, thin fingers around your shoulder. A wispy voice whispers, "Excuse me, friend, I need to tidy up around you." And that's how we're starting Pillars of Pentegarn. Let's do this. Your friend, Tree, lowers a branch and you climb on eagerly. Is this a Groot scenario? Well, Tiger's decided to join us after all. And Spine Ticks. Hello, sir. So, all right. Well, guess I'll start from the top again since I only read like 2 little paragraphs. All right. So a scaly, bark-covered hand wraps its long, thin fingers around your shoulder. A wispy voice whispers, "Excuse me, friend, I need to tidy up around you." Your friend Tree lowers a branch and you climb on eagerly. You are always happy to rest in Tree's branches and watch your friends scurry about the forest. Let's see. You are Jamie, a young villager living at the edge of a mysterious forest. Although the people of your village tell tales of woodland terrors and ferocious beasts lurking in these woods, You have spent your happiest moments rambling through the forest, climbing trees' craggy trunk, and playing with your friends, Fox and Owl. Spytick says he's getting in a quick hello before Lady Sith puts on Loki. Yeah, I'll probably be watching that later tonight. We're also going to be watching The King and I, which is what we're going to be talking about Fridays from the Hill tomorrow night. So that should be fun. Yes, definitely tell Lady Sith I said hi too. Good call, Victor. All right. So now we've got Tree, we got Fox, we got Owl. You know, I vaguely remember this. I remember Fox and Owl from Revenge of the Rainbow Dragons, which I had longer and I read a lot more of. So this should be fun. Read this one a few times too. I thought them an exceptional group, Tree says. When they built their campfire, they gathered only dead wood. They did not break any of my branches, nor did they carve my bark. When they left, they put out their fire and cleaned their campsite. Well, I think they're heading for trouble, says Fox. I followed them when they left this morning. They went off toward the river, but then they backtracked and started towards the Pillars of Pentegarn. Al gasped. The Pillars of Pentegarn? Surely you are mistaken. No way, Bird Brain. Fox snaps. Do you think I have this nose for nothing? I can track anything, and their little tricks aren't going to fool me. If I say they were going to the Pillars of Pentegarn, that's where they're going. They were going. Hello, God is great. If I remember right, your name is Titus. Welcome, sir. We're reading Pillars of Pentegarn. There is a long silence. The Pillars of Pentegarn lie in the most frightening part of the forest. Not even the bravest creatures go there. Hide, Tree says suddenly. Fast, I see goblins coming up the path. Well, that's okay, Spine6. I'll say hello to you again. Now we got some goblins. All right, let's get into this. You jump down and skitter under a bush. Owl flutters high into Tree's branches. Fox hides behind a rock, then changes his mind and runs for the forest. He is in plain sight when the goblins march into the clearing. Without pausing, the goblins throw their spears at Fox. He yelps and runs into the bushes. The spears miss him, but they thud solidly into Tree, whose breeze-like groans pass unheard by the monsters. Missed, grunts one. Doesn't matter. Fox tastes bad, answers another. Don't care about taste. Hunting is funnest part. The largest goblin rips its spear out of Tree, then drops to all fours and sniffs the ground. Girl, scarf, it says, picking up a white kerchief. They been here. Close now. The goblins crowd around their leader, pushing and shoving each other. Finally, the largest goblin pushes its way out of the crowd and runs down the trail toward the river. The others follow quickly. When the last goblin pounds down the path, you scurry out from beneath your bush and rush to Tree. He moans softly, and his branches sway in pain. You inspect the wounds and plug them with wet, clean moss. The flow of sap slowly stops. The tree has calmed. A tree has calmed, and only an occasional movement in his branches tells you he suffers great pain. Owl climbs down as soon as you finish patching Tree's trunk. A goblin spear has pierced his left wing. I'm sorry. Do not be overly concerned, gasped Owl. They just winged me. You remove your spear and carefully press a pad of moss onto the wound. And we got ourselves a picture to check out. Got a spear and Tree. Looks like he's mended Owl's wound. Pretty good artwork. Not bad. Looks like we're coming up to a choice here. Fox returns and expects his wounded friends. Wow, can you imagine what they'll do to those adventurers, he asks. I don't want to think about it, you say. But you must, urges Tree. If we don't warn them, they won't stand a chance. We must do something. Don't look at me. I can't warn them, Fox says. You're the only human I'm on speaking terms with. Fox is correct, Owl says. You are the only human I have ever met who talks to animals. It would be useless for Fox or myself to attempt to warn the adventurers, for they would not understand us. You must warn them, Jamie. So we have our choices. Atreyu, yes, sir. Okay, Pluto wants to go into the room. There you go. Okay. Our choices are thus: warn the adventurers of their danger, or return home, deciding you are too frightened to risk meeting the goblins again. So shall we warn the adventurers or return home? How boring to return home. Let's get started. Return home. Interesting way to start off Ellis Quest book with an option to go home. Victor says warn them. And Tiger says warn them. I'll wait a minute here for another vote, maybe. But even if we get another vote with the 3 viewers, looks like we're going to warn the adventurers. So let's get turned to that page. Page 100. Warn the MFers. Yes, sir. All right. All right. So that's 3. That makes it unanimous. I'll do it, you say. I'll show you a shortcut to the Pillars, Fox volunteers. Allow me to ride on your shoulder, Jamie, Al says, and I, too, shall accompany you. Of course. You hold out your arm, and Al climbs up to your shoulder. Following Fox, you enter the forest. After 20 minutes, you come to a tall stand of ash trees. Brambles and briars that grow entwined around the base of the tall, gnarled trees. You push your way through and see that the forest stops at your feet. The ground in front of you is a sickly burnt gray. Several large pillars rise like thick white fingers from the blackened earth. Their tops are broken and jagged, and huge pieces lie strewn about the clearing. An opening gapes near the base of the pillars like a missing tooth in a jack-o'-lantern. You see 3 sets of footprints leading into the opening. As you peer into the opening, a squeal breaks from the forest, and you turn to see the goblins racing from the tangles. All right, so here's our view of the pillars, all smashed up there. There we go. That's a little better. All right. Well, I don't think we're going to go home, so I'm not going to keep that mulligan page. It wants us to turn to page 24. All right. Choking back your fear, you duck under the pillars and enter the darkness. Glancing back, you see the goblins hard on your heels. With the goblin cries echoing in the passage, you run as fast as you can, even though you have trouble seeing. Luckily, your long legs outdistance the goblins as you race down the corridor, but your breath soon rasps in your throat. You cannot last much longer without rest. We just started. Why do we need rest? As you round the corner, a crumbling staircase rises upward into the darkness. The passage splits at the bottom and leads both left and right. You lean against the staircase and try to catch your breath, pressing your fingers against the stone wall. You feel ancient stone carvings under your hands. The cries of the goblins draw closer. Well, Featherhead, pants Fox, got any hot ideas now? It is my astute opinion that the carving moves under your fingers. Excuse me. And a section of the staircase opens without warning. You fall backward into darkness. Hey, Fox cries, wait for me. He slips through the opening. The wall quickly sticks shut, and darkness closes around you. The dark is thicker and more complete than you have ever known. They actually have the word schnick here. Hey, hello, Katie. How you doing? Say hi to Lucas for me. I don't know what this is all about, Tiger. The situation, I guess. Okay. All right, let's see here. They got the word schnicks in here. I'm thinking, where's Wolverine? He's not in this book. But they used it as a sound effect in here. That's kind of cool. But this was really, I think, before Wolverine got really popular. Let me see. Wolverine got popular in the early 80s, and so did this. This was 82, so he wasn't that popular then, but he was out there. Okay. Goblin's feet pound up the stairway you are hiding under, and then there is a long silence. Finally, Fox says, I don't know how to tell you this, but we're not alone. That is correct, a deep voice says. Who's there, you demand, trying to sound brave. In answer, a burst of light fills the room. A wrinkled old man leans on a staff in front of you. Let's see what we got going on here. Have you ever had those wasabi pea chips? Victor says, yes, yummy. The Tiger says, I have had wasabi peas. I have tried them, but I'm not a fan. So, let's see. Got an old man a wrinkled old man leans on his staff in front of you. He seems more ancient and frail than anyone you have ever seen. A bright torch-like light leaps from his staff. A young fighter stands on the old man's right, pointing his sword at you. His battle-scarred armor and bulging muscles tell you that this is not someone to anger. A beautiful elven maiden stands on the left. Bright red hair hangs to her waist. She wears carefully tailored leather armor. Her hand rests on a polished dagger handle, and she watches you intently with bright eyes. Oh boy, mutters Fox. We're in for it now. Patience, Fox, Al says. I have found hasty judgment leads to disaster. I can't think of anything more disastrous than dying, he answers. Oh, man. Spine ticks. You have had wasabi sneezes? Ouch. I'd rather have shrimp chips, says the Tiger. All right, we got a picture of the three adventurers. This book was written by Rose Estes, if that's how you say her name. Not really sure. So we got a picture here of the three intrepid adventurers that we found. Now, the description of this elf maiden makes me wonder. I've read quite a few of these Endless Quest books recently. A lot of my female characters have red hair and blue or green eyes, and I'm wondering if I was influenced by some of these old Endless Quest books. Okay, here we go. Fox, Al, cries the old man in a papery, dry voice. Do not waste your strength arguing with each other. Neither the fighter Baltic nor the elven thief Lydia will harm you. Okay. Not sure the placement of the sword was a good idea. Logan has an Irish fetish? That's a possibility, sir. I am part Irish. What's wrong with the placement of the sword? Huh? Are we sure? Okay. Yes, sir, Victor. Shwing. All right. Okay, you stare in amazement as Fox and Al stop arguing and walk across the floor towards the old man. Got a comment from Uncanny Swag just now, too. That's funny. For another video, I'm guessing. They understand the old man, and he understood them. Surprised, child, he asked. Don't be. Like you, I can speak with animals, and so can those with me. He pauses, and you back away from him. Oh, the easiness of an author or a dungeon master making it so all the heroes can speak to all the animals too. That's kind of cool. Let's see. He pauses, and you back away from him. Do not worry, Jamie, he continues. I am not one to fear. Come, sit beside me. I shall tell you and your friends everything you need to know. He holds out his hand. His eyes are kindly and intelligent, and hold all the strength his body lacks. Without a word, you cross the small space between you and clasp the waiting hand. Fixing his gentle yet powerful gaze on you, he begins. Although it seems unlikely, this was once a beautiful place. There were no goblins, no monsters, no death. no destruction. The fields were fertile. The people were prosperous and happy and blessed. My name, and bless my name, sorry, the name of King Pentegarn. Plush 5 swing. Yes, sir. So apparently he's saying he was the king. King Pentegarn. Although I was a wise and good king, I did not do it alone. I was aided by a great magical staff. It was given to me by my father, who had received it from his father before him, who had received it from his father before him. It contains the magic and knowledge of all those lifetimes. Unfortunately, in the hands of evil, it can be used with terrible results, as you see by this foul ruin. One night as I slept, a black fog covered the kingdom. By the time we discovered this was a magical fog, it was too late. It had cloaked the coming of the evil one. In the darkness of the magic fog, the evil master crept into my castle and stole my magic staff. When the sun rose, he could not pierce the black gloom. Most of my people fled in fear, and those who stayed to fight were killed by the black cloud. I fought desperately, but without my staff, I was all but helpless. Lot of swing going on here. Yes, sir. A staff of untold power. You know, if you wish for a staff of untold might, 3 lawyers are going to appear behind you. Okay. At last I neared total exhaustion. All about me was ruin, and I was forced to leave my unknown kingdom, though I was forced to leave my own kingdom, though I was too weak to battle my unseen foe any longer. I vowed I would return. yeah, you're right, Victor, or the devil. Year after year I have returned, seeking to defeat the evil one and regain what is rightfully mine. This is my last attempt. The staff holds much of my strength, and without it, I grow weaker. Got a picture of him sleeping there. All right. Oh, cool. Coming up on a choice here. Yet if I die, there will be nothing to stop the enemy. He pauses, then adds, it must be stopped now, and you must help me. The old man stares intensely at each of you. As his eyes lock upon yours, you feel deeply drawn to him. His mission becomes yours. You believe, as the old man does, that you can, that you must succeed. Damn, smoke alarm failed again. Yes, sir. What are those clouds? It was giving off a little bit of Ravenloft vibes to me. Maybe we'll see. Yes, sir. Pure evil. Okay. Pentegarn continues. The master, as it calls itself, usually remains in the central tower. Between us and the tower are many halls, caverns, and passageways. They will be guarded by bands of goblins and skeletons, all of whom serve the evil one. Although there are few ways to defeat the evil one, I have a plan. A cube of mystic forces and a ring of spell turning lie hidden in the depths of the dungeon beneath the castle. I do not believe the master possesses them. If we can get them, we stand an excellent chance of success. I don't agree with you, says the elf. Wouldn't it be better to sneak straight through? We can avoid discovery as well as fighting, and perhaps pick up some treasure along the way. I'm more in favor of a direct approach, says the fighter. I suggest we move slowly from one area to the next, fighting when necessary. The old man fastens his gaze upon you. And you, little one, he asks in a soft voice, what do you think? Which of the ways should we choose? Me, you stammer. I'm just a kid. I don't know anything. Age has little to do with intelligence, replies the old man. Do not take yourself so lightly. You and your friends have much to offer. What is your choice? Do we choose the old man's course of action? Meaning go to the dungeon and look for the magic devices? We choose the elf's way. Turn to page 40. We can choose the fighter's way on page 7. Or we can choose our own way on page 21. So, what do you guys think? Old man's course? Elves? Fighters? or our own way. Got 4 choices here. Kind of cool. Let's see how our poll's going here. Oh, looks like Revenge of the Rainbow Dragons is in the lead. All right, let's see. Katie says old man. Victor says elf after pondering it a little bit. And the Devils, I don't think that's a choice, Ray. Welcome to the stream. Magic devices, that'd be the old man's way, the dungeon. Warn the MFers. Which choice was that? Discovery and Crossfire. Are we on the same choice? That's my ticks. Again, spine, yeah. We could choose the wizard's way or the king's way. I'm guessing he's a wizard by the way he's dressed. The elf, the fighter, or our own way. So we got 2 for the old man. We got 1 for the elf. Oh, we got 2 for the elf. So we're tied. So Spine Ticks, you want to break the tie? Elf or old man? Nobody wants that fighter's way. And we don't trust ourselves, clearly. I don't know if Spine Ticks is still with us. He's listening, but he's popping in and out. So let's see what we got. Bert has a live stream going on right now too. You ready? I didn't know that. Yes, that sounds too dangerous. Which one sounds too dangerous? Rolling with Victor or the elf. There it is. Okay, Spine Ticks. I was looking for it. Okay. So that's 3 for the elf. You know, I would pick the elf maid too. All right, so let's go to page 40, but I'll keep our mulligan page. So we can go back and choose again if we die. Oh, looks like we got a picture too on this page. We'll start with the picture then. Pentegarn there pointing at the tower, looks like. Looks like we end up outside. Dwarves are too risky. Okay. And Ray says he's running the MDBC playlist and the BSing. Naturally, yeah. If I wasn't live streaming, I probably would have got it checked out Bert's show too. All right, let's see what we got. I think we should follow Lydia's suggestion, you say. Good thinking, kid. I'll show you some fancy slinking. Follow me, exclaims Fox. Yeah, you're right, Victor. Let's send Khalid down there first. Round game, sir, but that's fine. It does seem, indeed, this course of action may yield favorable results, although it is not without its own inherent perils, Al says. Ray says, heard that. Better part of valor. Yes, Khalid. All right. You are wise, youngster, says the elf. Her dark green eyes beam approval. The old man looks at you quietly. So be it, he says in an old, soft voice. He gestures with his hands. Schnick! The wall behind him opens into darkness. Yeah, maybe Rose Estes was an early Wolverine fan, huh? She likes that word. Come, he says, the die is cast, and it is time for us to be upon our way. All of you file past him and enter the darkness beyond. Where's Swag when we need him? As you leave, the wall slides shut behind you with a very final click. You now stand outside, a brisk chill wind whistling about you. Watch it, kid, Fox yaps. Your fingers are pretty nimble, but your feet aren't so hot. You look around and see you are walking a very narrow trail bordering the ruins of the kingdom. The remains of an ancient building lie on your left, lit here and there by flickering fires. On your right, you see a sheer fall. The edge of the mountain drops away with only a few inches from the path. Yes, Swag. Yeah, I figured he was watching football. Yep, I don't blame him. Swags through the wizard. Yep. Yeah, well, so I guess we're taking care of it without him. Victor wants to go full fireball. All right, fireball in the darkness. That'll definitely light it up. But that description definitely describes the artwork there. We are outside. Pentegarn stops and clutches your elbow. There it is, he whispers, raising a bony finger and pointing to up the trail. You see a tall black tower rising high against the night sky. As you study the tower, a terrible howl grows in the wind and hangs in the air. Shivers of terror run down your spine. That is our goal, the old man says. Some of us may not survive our journey into it, but the mission is more important than our lives. And some of you may die, but that is a risk I'm willing to take. Great, says Fox. Listen, kid, I just remember I've got to rush home. See ya. Well, that Fox darts away down the trail. Fox has not been gone more than 3 seconds before terrible screams tear the quiet of the night. Yeah! Yow! Okay. No pressure, old man. And then we want Ray wants him to turn back. He wants us to turn back to the house. A little late for that, Ray. Okay, let's throw the dwarf at him. I still don't know where the dwarf is. Fox, Fox, you cry. Even louder screams answer your cries. You have 2 choices. All right, it looks like we got a new mulligan page here. Rush down the trail into the dark and attempt to rescue your friend, no matter what danger faces you. Or consider the good of the entire party rather than the feelings for Fox. So, down the trail after Fox, or consider the good of the party. This is a good book. I remember. That 9, nope. Fox just bailed. Yep. Fox, where's Scully? Yeah. Good question, Ray. No, not Fox. All right, we got, I'm guessing Victor voted on the party. So I'm guessing, unless you say otherwise, that's 2 votes for party. Not sure where Ray was voting with that. Maybe Fox. And that's not a vote, Tiger. Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Yes, sir. All right, looks like we're going party. That's definitely 3 votes for the party. So that's majority there. Okay. So we are turning to page 76. Keep our mulligan page here. All right. Tiger's got her fingers crossed, it looks like. You decide the good of the party must come before the good of an individual. But Fox begins to shriek and whine even more loudly, and you turn to rush to your friend. The heavy hand of the fighter grasps you firmly by the shoulder. You could not go, Jamie. Fox was unwise, but he made his own decision. No one forced him to leave, Pentegarn. Oh, okay. They changed characters right in the middle there. No one forced him to leave, Pentegarn says. You cannot endanger the party by attempting his rescue. We must leave him to his fate. Still struggling, you are hurried. You are hurried off. Still struggling, you are hurried off down the trail. Wait, did I go to the right page? Consider the apartment. Yeah, I did. Okay. Fox's cries fade away, but they have been engraved upon your heart in pain. You continue down the narrow wall until it meets the mountain. Soon you must edge it along the trail, spreading your arms flat against the mountain to balance your movement. Progress becomes very difficult to make. At long last, the ledge ends in a wide rock shelf. The worst is over, Pentegarn says. We are about to enter the great cavern, and our path will be much easier. Famous last words, right? He turns and faces the blank mountain wall, which rises smooth and unbroken. Raising his arms, he begins to chant. A doorway grinds open where seconds before there was only solid, unbroken rock. You can see two passages going into the mountain. Come, friends, we have no time to lose. Fortunately, this will be an easy route. You are eagerly heading for the doorway when a long, low growl stops you short. Four huge dog-like forms slink towards you from inside the mountain. But these are not dogs. They're wolves. Foam drips off their long white fangs. Their faces are hideous, snarling masks of evil. Their eyes glow like embers in a fire pit. If this is going to be easy, hoots Howl, I'd hate to see it get hard. Speak Fred Winnetter, Ray says. I don't think these guys are friendly, Ray. The wolves slink closer, and one leaps at you with a deep, threatening growl. You have nowhere to go. The sheer edge of the mountain lies behind you, and the trail is too narrow to flee upon. You are slowly backing toward the doorway when a wolf jumps on your back, knocking you to the ground. You roll over and look into the mouth of a vicious wolf. Its glowing red eyes drill into yours, and its hot breath beats upon your face. It leans forward with a deadly bite. Then you hear a great flapping of wings. It's Owl. He is trying to draw the wolf's attention from you by attacking the evil creature. You roll away and press yourself against the doorway. Owl locks his talons into the wolf's head, and the ugly creature snaps and snarls with pain and rage. It whips its head from side to side, trying to shake the determined bird. Did I just hear Cringeor? Maybe. We need Battle Cat. Yep. Well, where's the power sword? All right. Here's a picture of Al fighting the wolves, or flying over the wolves at least. Yeah, that's a pretty cool picture, actually. Got to get the right, move the right fingers here on this. There we go. Okay. Just as you fear the wolf will free itself from Al, Baltek rushes up and kills the enraged creature with one blow from his mighty sword. Al falls to the ground and lies battered but breathing on the ledge. The fighter, too, bleeds from many wounds. Thank you, Baltek, you say. Al and I both owe you our lives. The fighter nods but has no energy left to reply. You look about the ledge. All the huge beasts have been slain. But at great expense, Lydia lies beneath the wolf, her dagger buried in the great beast's heart. Pentegarn has collapsed against the wall. A wolf lies dead at his feet, burned to a crisp. Fearing the old man is dead, you slowly approach his crumpled form. I want to see what happened to Lydia. What the hell, man? All is not lost. He lives. As you lean over him, the old man whispers, What injuries have we taken? I'm all right, and so is Al, but Baltek bleeds badly, and Lydia may be dead. Well, we must see what we can do, he says tiredly. Please hand me my staff. You pick up his staff and give it to him, then drag the body of the huge wolf off Lydia. She is covered with blood and lies very still on the cold ground. Leaning down, Pentegarn cries, Quick, there is life. We are in time. Hold her up, Jamie. Pentegarn draws forth a vial of smoky fluid. It shifts within the clear glass as though it has a life of its own. He carefully pours the precious potion between the thief's lips, a drop at a time. For one breathless moment, nothing happens. Then at last, Lydia opens her eyes. She has the look of faraway visions in them. Pentegarn, she sighs. I'm so glad you're not a wolf. So am I, chuckles the old man. So am I. Now rest for a moment, my dear. You'll be all right soon. I must see to Baltic. Though the fighter's wounds are bloody, they are less serious, and Pentegarn quickly tends to him. At last, everyone is cared for, and you notice that the edge of the doorway ripples and wriggles like a reflection on water. Quick, cries Pentegarn, the spell is losing its power. Helping Lydia and Baltic, you hurry through the opening. The boulders grind shut behind you. You were just in time. Let's see. Only mostly dead. Yeah. Yep, she was only mostly dead. That does not sound kosher. Oh, I thought you were doing Stargate. Okay. We got some choices here. New mulligan. If you choose the corridor on the right, turn to page 57. So mostly a first level party then. That's kind of what it sounds like, Victor. So we can choose the corridor on the right, or we can choose the ledge on the left. So corridor or ledge, left or right. Kosher. Okay. So we got corridor on the right, ledge on the left. Finger stutter happens to me all the time. Finger stutter. We got a vote for the ledge. 2 votes for the ledge. Left is ledge, so that's 3 votes for the ledge. Looks like you're outvoted there, Spine Ticks. Looks like we're all going left. So 4 for the corridor and only one for the ledge. I'm sorry. The ledge is on the left. So let me get this right. We got ledge on the right. That's 1. We got 2 for the right, and then we've got corridors left. So we've got that's 1. There's 3 for the left. So I was totally wrong on that count. Sorry, guys. So it's 3-2. Yeah, yes, use the abacus. Okay, 3 votes. 3 votes for the ledge, I guess, to go left. That's my favorite way to go generally too. But I'm biased. I'm left-handed. Okay. So we got F that ledge. Yeah, I was right there with you at first there, Victor, but we've got ledge, which is left. We've got Ray saying left. Victor said right. I would say Spytek said right, so he wanted the corridor too. So we got 3 for the corridor. Yeah, wow. I gotta get my head on straight tonight. Okay, so if I got the consensus right, it's corridor. 3 for the corridor, yes, sir. Okay. Take a look at something here. Yep, I've rinsed you guys all up, so you guys are all moderators. Okay. So it looks like we're going for the corridor to the right. Yep. That would be page 57. Okay. As you enter the doorway, you hear Fox screaming behind you. Hey, wait for me! I'm coming too! He jumps behind you, panting. You are astonished, but happy to see him. Fox clears his throat with embarrassment and, avoiding your eyes, says, Hi, guys! Bet you thought I ran away because I was scared. But I was really saving your bacon. My keen sense of smell picked up the scent of goblins, and I tricked them into chasing me instead of you, then lost them in the brambles. Please don't thank me. Just remember how lucky you are to have me along. Pentegarn looks at Fox slyly, but says, Yes, we are certainly lucky to have you along. Come along now. We have very little time. 1 + 2 + 3 Yeah, I think we got it sorted out finally, Tiger. Like I said, I got this allergy issue going on tonight, and I'm just not all here, so you guys might have to check me tonight. Okay, then it wants me to turn to page 137 to continue on to this choice. Okay. Is it the fox or someone in the fox's skin? Good question, Katie. Good question. Okay, so 137. Let's try for the ring, you say. A faux fox. Yes, sir. And Ray says, lucky we got murdered by wolves instead of a couple of gobos. Yeah, because goblins are so much tougher than wolves. Okay, for some reason, let's try for the ring, you say. Let me double check that. Because that sounds weird. Yep, 137, so I'm reading the right one. And I lost my mulligan page. Oh, well. Let us try for the ring, you say. The ring lies just ahead, says Pentegarn. Let us continue. Your small band hurries along the corridor, watching all directions for enemies. At last, Pentegarn leads you into a huge cavern with a tall black pillar rising from a massive cornerstone. Both the cornerstone and the pillar are made of some type of polished stone. The pillar soars upward, disappearing into the gloom above. Pentegarn turns to Lydia. You will have to climb the pillar and retrieve the ring, my dear. You must set aside all thief-like thoughts and concentrate on the good of the party. If you cannot do so, it will bring disaster down upon us all. I'm hungry too. And I think I confused him. It kind of looked like a helmet to me, but whatever. Was that supposed to be pizza? Okay, let's see. What are you trying to pull? Screams Lydia. When you came to the salty dog inn, you wanted a low-down, sneaky thief who knew the dirtiest tricks of the trade. That's who you got, me. What's all this goody two-shoes stuff? Quite true, says the old man. But the ring's safeguard is purity. The person who handles it must be entirely pure and free from evil thoughts, or it will mean your death. So you see, you must perform your greatest trick of all and pretend to be good. Sounds like hooey talk to give me the magic device. Is it a croissant? Boomerang bread. Okay. I'll do it on one condition, says Lydia. You must promise me you'll never tell anyone I did this. It could ruin my reputation. Don't worry, we won't breathe a word, Pentegarn says. Now climb that pillar and think good thoughts. The elf wipes her hands on her pants and scrambles up the cornerstone. This is slippery, she says. It's not going to be easy. You gather in a tight bunch at the foot of the cornerstone, watching in suspense as Lydia slowly inches her way up the slippery pillar. For every foot she gains, she slips back 3 or 4 inches. She climbs slowly, so very slowly, but she continues to make progress. She's almost to the top. She's going to make it. A mighty groan escapes her lips, and she slips halfway down the pillar. You hear Lydia muttering to herself as she scrambles back up the pillar. Finally, she fights her way to the top. I'm here, she yells. The ring had better be worth all this trouble. She disappears from view for several seconds. Edible batleth. Yeah, that's the closest I can see there. Okay. Wow, this is really nice, she yells. You didn't tell me it would be so pretty. It's covered with jewels. I wonder if it'll fit me. No, Lydia, cries Pentegarn. Don't put it on. Toss it down to me. It's too powerful for you. The ring. The ring. You're just saying that because you don't want to share it with me. You can't imagine how beautiful it is on my finger. This big emerald is the same color as my eyes. My precious. She's about there, isn't she? All right. Lydia sits down and admires the ring. We must stop her, Pentegarn says. We must get the ring from her or she will destroy herself. How? Asked Baltic. I can't climb that slick pillar. Were it not for my impaired wing, Owl says, I would fly up and pluck the object from her head. Jamie, Pentegarn says, you are our only hope. You must climb the pillar and take the ring from her. It won't be an easy job, kid, says Baltek. She is an experienced infighter, and she's twice as cunning as any elf I've ever met. Lydia, no, says Victor. Ray says, easy, Spiegel. And, of course, the ring must be destroyed. I don't think Pentegarn wants to destroy the ring. He thinks the ring will destroy. The ring must destroy in this case. All right. All right. A horrified wail floats down from the pillar. Lydia screeches, what have I done? The ring is burning my finger. Let's see. Tiger says, quick, where? And Victor says, stabby elf dangerous. Looks like she got herself in trouble here. It's too late, cries Pentegarn, sinking to his knees. You have failed us, Lydia. All is lost. Come down. We must flee or die. I can't. The ring is too hot. I can't use my hands, she cries. Help me. The pillar has started to rumble. You feel warmth flooding from it. If you're going to rescue her, kid, Baltek says, you got to do it now. There's no use, Pentegarn says. You could never climb up the pillar in time to remove the ring from her finger. Soon the whole pillar will crash down around us. We would only be wasting more lives by asking anybody to climb that pillar. Are you going to climb the pillar and remove the ring from Lydia's finger? Okay, those are our options. If you wish to climb the pillar, turn to page 123. If you agree you cannot climb the pillar in time, turn to page 150. Here's poor Lydia up here struggling. Looks like she's about to fall. Quick, where's the nearest volcano? Yep. Okay, Victor wants to climb. Wait, his name is Valtrex. Up we go. Climb. That's 3 votes for climb. Got any other votes? Because it looks like that's the consensus. Or find a gargoyle. Let's see. Tiger says, save the ring. I mean the elf chick. Yeah, that was my thoughts too. So, looks like we're going to climb. The pillar is very warm indeed. Luckily, it does not burn your hands, and there are dozens of cracks to dig your fingers into. You're nearly at the top when a tremendous shake loosens your grip and you slide 10 feet back down the pillar. The stone is getting hot to the touch, and you are not sure you can hold on, but you know you must try. Lydia screams from the top, help me! The pillar is crumbling and the ring is burning! We are doomed! I'm not doomed, you say to yourself. Despite the fact that the pillar is starting to burn your hands, you give one last great effort and scramble to the top. Lydia stands on the pillar holding her hand in the air. Tears run down her cheeks as she peers at those below. You see the ring glowing brightly on her finger. It has a two-headed serpent entwined in holly leaves with a large emerald set in the middle. Give me your hand, you say. Lydia thrusts her hand at you. It will do no good, she screams. I have tried to remove it. Someone else must remove it, Pentegarn calls. Someone innocent, as yet untouched by the trials of the world. You quickly pull the ring from her finger. It is so hot you drop it as soon as you pull it from her finger. Okay, what do we got here? Now we have hot pillars and slippery. Tiger says, who wrote this book? A romance novelist? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know who Rose Estes was other than Endless Quest books. Bite the finger off. And then we got, of course, pull my finger. Spine Tix is looking for those gas sharks again, I think. Okay. So the ring falls off the finger. The ring falls to the ground and lands at Pentegarn's feet. Thank you, young warrior, Lydia says. You have saved my life. Ray says spit on it. Katie seconds that motion. So I don't think we're gonna have a chance. It fell to Pentegarn's feet. The pillar no longer shakes, and its glow fades. Bow chicka wow wow. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, Fox cries, are you two staying up there all day? We're going to have company in a matter of minutes. Yeah, let's stay up there with the elf chick. While you and Lydia scramble down the cracked pillar, Pentegarn places the ring on his finger. It comes to life as you touch the ground. The serpent slithers through the holly leaves and clings to his finger. The serpent's small eyes shine, and its tiny mouth breathes little flames. The great stone shines with a life of its own. No shakes, glow fades, pot, codal, post. All right, let's see what you got here. I thank you for saving both Lydia and the ring, Jamie, Pentegarn says. Were I certain you had the strength to wear it, I would give the ring to you in recognition of your great deed. But this is a very powerful and primitive thing, made from the very essence of good and evil. One must not only be pure, but strong of heart and wise of mind to wear it. You can keep the darn thing, Lydia says, rubbing her hand. Now we must seek the cube of mystic forces, Pentegarn says. We must watch, and it says, please turn to the next page. I don't know why it says that. That's weird. We must watch carefully for monsters, for a pillar has moved. Surely our enemy knows we are here. Even as Pentegarn speaks, you see a change occurring in him. He is no longer old and bent over. He's now a stately, middle-aged man. I got Mace Quickhand vibes going here, Tiger and Katie. Mace Quickhand is one of my characters in my Bad Company saga. Not in the first book, but he comes in later. I shall go forth and fetch Mulan. Give it to Sam. Yeah, that'd be the way to go. He's got all the wisdom and all of the stamina. Okay. Katie says, nice. All right. You gasp in wonder, and he says simply, the ring has restored some of my power. We must seek the cube if we wish to face the evil one at full strength. Katie says, Toots has Mace's spell list. Yep. I've added to that over the years. I could probably send you a new copy, Katie. Oh, let's see here. I agree, says Lydia. I've already faced one test. It nearly killed me and everybody else along with me. I don't know what this evil one is like, but he can't be any worse than the test of the pillars. I say we sneak straight into the tower. What do you wish to do, Jamie? Asked Pentegarn. If you, okay, of course, we got to have the obligatory, I've got a bad feeling about this. So we have a choice. We can go for the cube or sneak straight to the tower. Kind of okay that my nose is all stuffed up and my throat's a little scratchy. It makes the old man voice a little easier to do. All right, that's 2 votes for the cube. Got Victor. Oh, wait, that was quick. We got Victor and Tiger for the cube, and Spinetick says, Loki time, we'll see if you're still on when it's over. See y'all. Take it easy, bud. We'll see you later, said Lordly. Ray says, you always say that. You always say I got a bad feeling about this drop. Let's see. All right, so we got 2 votes for the cube. That's 3 and 4 votes for the cube. Okay, did I count those twice? Let me see. Got Victor, Tiger, Ray, and Katie. Okay, looks like it's unanimous. Going for the cube. True to page 47. Did we already go to 47? Nope, I guess not. I think we should try for the cube of mystic forces, you say. We'll need all the help we can get. Without further comment, Pentegarn strides off down a corridor, and you all follow. Surprisingly, you meet no enemies. Soon you stand in the cavern with the pillar that covers the cube. Impatient, Pentegarn strides over to the pillar and grabs its base. What are you waiting for? Help me, Baltek. Baltek quickly scrambles to Pentegarn's side. The two men grunt and groan, sweat pours from both their brows, and finally the pillar rises. Lydia quickly snakes her hand underneath the pillar. I've got it, she says. She pulls the cube from beneath the pillar. Without even looking at it, she lays it aside. As soon as she lays the cube on the ground, several goblins appear in the corridor at the edge of the cavern. They do not even hesitate. They charge straight at you and your friends. Not pausing to think, you draw your sword and leap in front of your friends, none of whom are prepared to fight. All right. What we got here? Red Tiger. Got rising pillars. Okay. The charging goblins stop, frightened, as you brace yourself to fight, but their eyes quickly narrow, and they start to rush you. I beg you to read his name as Valtrex. Okay, Ray, just for you. Baltek is now Valtrex. All right. Leave, little one. A large goblin screams from the back. Get cube. Master want cube. The goblins rush, not knowing what else to do. You throw your body at the front row of the goblins. As your body thuds into them, they fall to the ground. Before you can say snazzlefraz, 10 more goblins jump on the pile, not wanting to miss the fun of pinching and poking you. Snazzlefraz. Let's just say that one more time. Get off board, one says. You hurt. The goblins curse and shout at each other, but the pile on top of you doesn't get any lighter. Many goblin hands pinch and squeeze you. Juicy, one says. This one get to eat. You try to struggle, but there are too many bodies on top of you. The goblins suddenly quit pinching. Run away, they scream. The bodies begin to pile off of you. Run away, help, help, light hurt. Within seconds, you lie on the ground alone. You shield your eyes, for the room is filled with painfully bright light. Finally, you peek from under your elbow. The light is becoming fainter. Stand up, Jamie, Pentegarn says. We got Ice Cube. We got some more Snazzlefraz. You feel goblin fingers in odd places. I don't know if I like that, sir. You stand up and look at Pentegarn, or the man who should be Pentegarn, but instead of the stately gentleman who walked into the room, you see a man as tall as Valtrex. Pentegarn, you ask. Yes, he laughs. I am restored to my full strength. Thanks to your brave deed, had you not thrown yourself at the goblin horde, you would have stolen the cube and all would have been lost. You look about and see your friends are kneeling, their heads bowed. You do the same. Even Fox lays his head on his paws and is silent. Arise, my friends. We must move quickly. There is still much to be done. Turning, Pentegarn races off down the corridor, and you follow his footsteps. I guess we had to switch voices there because now he's this stately gentleman, a king. Seriously, who wrote this? Rose Estes. She wrote most of these old Endless Quest books. Oh, the bad touch gobos, yes. Oh no. Point to the place on the doll where the goblins touched you. It's Odin. Now, he'd be missing an eye if it was Odin. All right. Turning to page 58. Besides, Odin's on the Silverado. Okay. You follow Pentegarn through the confusing tunnels. After 20 minutes of endless wandering, Pentegarn stops. You are in a dark corridor ending in a bare dirt wall. There is a wooden trapdoor a few feet above your head. Where are we? You whisper. At the foot of the tower, Pentegarn replies. It is time to face our destiny. Of course, I'm getting some notifications. Oh. All right. What do we got going on here? We got it's Gandalf the White. Oh, wait. Same guy. Yeah, pretty much. Gandalf was kind of based off of. It's Superman. He's Superman now. Okay. No sooner has he uttered the words than the trapdoor flies open. All is dark beyond. Pentegarn grasps the edge of the doorway and pulls himself into the darkness with one swift movement. You cannot let Pentegarn go alone, but even though you leap, you cannot reach the opening. Here, Jamie, your heart is larger than you are, says Valtrex. Placing two large hands about your waist, he lifts you into the gloom above, then he boosts Lydia and Fox up, following right behind them. You are surrounded by silence, and you cannot see anything. Maybe no one's here, you say hopefully. No, hisses a deep whispering voice. A brilliant silvery light floods the room. The light springs from a staff of great age. Who's there? Cries Pentegarn. Who dares hold the staff of kings? The staff of Pentegarn. Of course, we got a picture there of them attempting to go up the trap door, which is pretty cool. Able to leap tall pillars in a single bound. Yes, sir. Okay. Ooh. Looks like we got some reading to do here. A low laugh fills the room. Don't you know me, Pentegarn? We've met often enough. The light dims until it only glows softly. You now see dozens of skeletons and goblins, all armed and grinning. Crowded against the far wall, the staff stands in the center of the room, glowing softly. A thick black cloud billows about its base. As you watch, the cloud pulses and throbs as though alive. Then it mushrooms to enormous size, filling the room. Before your astonished eyes, the cloud turns into a large number of shrilling, chittering bats. They soar and wheel about your heads, the hot stink of their bodies filling your breath. You strike wildly at the furry creatures, but they definitely avoid your blows. I can only imagine what's going on in the chat over here with that paragraph. Let's see. The undead army. Okay. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Ray says it's Batman. Okay. I can't breathe. All right. Lydia screeches in fear, swinging her fist madly at the bats, circling your head. They'll get in your hair. Finally, after what seems like an eternity of terror, the bats disappear and the swirling black fog replaces them. Gasping for breath, Lydia falls into Valtrek's arms and clutches him tightly. Valtrek's arms. The black fog slithers and twists, growing larger and smaller. See, now, I was trying to avoid that, but too much swelling and mushrooms. Yep. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. The fog slithers and twists, growing larger and smaller. It snakes close enough to touch. Then draws away. It spins like a small cyclone beside the staff and disappears. In its place stands a huge black wolf with fire-red eyes and long white fangs. The wolf whines and snarls, its belly close to the ground. Its back legs bunch beneath it, and it springs at you. You throw your arms up to protect yourself from its attack, but the wolf disappears in mid-leap, and the black fog returns. Once more it twists and swirls, changing its size and shape with every breath. It moves back to its original spot beside the staff. Slowly, the form of a bent black figure, clad in a black draping cloak, emerges. The cloak covers it from head to toe. Its face is completely hidden. All you can see is a bit of swirling black fog, more terrifying than any face could be. It keeps its hands tucked inside the folds of its sleeves. As you can see, a hollow voice hisses from the depths of the hood. I have many faces. I am darkness. I am fear. I am your worst nightmares. It pauses, the fog inside its hood rolling slowly. Then continues in a thundering voice. I command you to bow to my power. Your quest is hopeless. No, shouts Pentegarn. Not so long as I live. He raises his staff. And a mere twig compared to the staff of kings, and points it at the black figure. All right. Oh, boy. Let's see. We've got Touch It. Okay. Gamark. It's a Bogart. Smoke Monster. And my personal favorite, Darkwing Duck. Where I'm obviously out of my patented blue smoke. And you shall not pass. If there comes a time to call, you shall not pass, I call it. Okay. Oh, we have a really cool picture here. All right, let's take a look at that. And there we go. All right. A bright shaft of lightning blasts out of the end of the staff toward the enemy, but the figure raises its hand and points its staff at Pentegarn. Pentegarn's bolt stops in midair, trembles, and then retraces its passage. As the bolt strikes, it travels the length of the staff and explodes. Pentegarn's staff bursts apart and falls to the ground, shattered into a million smoking pieces. Do not try your petty tricks on me, the voice sneers. How dare you challenge me when I have this? It raises the mighty staff. I dare because I am the rightful king, Pentegarn shouts back, and because I have this and this. So saying, Pentegarn opens his hand to reveal the pulsating cube of mystic forces. At the same time, he raises his other hand and shows the ring. The tiny serpents twist and glide around his finger, hissing fiercely. The evil one hesitates, its smoky hands writhing around the staff slowly and thoughtfully. Finally, it speaks. It has amused me to watch you live your life in hopelessness. But now you dare challenge me? None may live who do not bow to my power. It points the staff at Pentegarn. You no longer amuse me. Die. All right. What we got going over here in the chat? Nice bright shaft. Naughty. Pulsating. And Ray says, really hands riding around around the shaft. Okay. All right, let's move on. We're not amused. It's staff, really, slowly. Okay, staff slowly. I do not choose to die, Pentegarn answered calmly. He steps forward and grabs the staff of kings. Back, cries the dark figure. Do not try. The staff glows dazzling silver, then dims to eerie red. It flashes silver once again and begins to throb. The foes, one slight and frail, the other large and black, swayed to and fro in the flashing light. We got some writhing going on now. All right. Suddenly, a tremendous boom echoes off the walls and thick gray smoke fills the room. You begin coughing so hard you can barely stand. Even the goblins choke and wheeze. Oh, really? Now we got some throb. When the smoke clears, you rub your burning eyes. You see the victor. You see the shattered remains of the skeletons, the bewildered goblins trying to find their master. And finally, you see Pentegarn standing before you. The only sign the evil one ever existed is a scorch on the floor. Pentegarn turns his ring and staff toward the goblins and says, I, Pentegarn, son of kings and rightful heir to this kingdom, command you to leave. I give you until morn to clear yourself and all your kind from my kingdom. Take nothing with you, and harm no one as you leave. Upon pain of unending death, I command this. The goblins trip and fall over each other in their haste to escape, literally dropping through the trap door. Pentegarn turns his attention to you and your companions. But this is a new Pentegarn, so unlike the kind old man you grew to love. You find it difficult to meet his bold gaze. You quickly kneel, and your companions do the same. Come, Jamie, do not be afraid. I am still myself, and so are you. We are still friends. Thanks to your loyalty and bravery, we have won. Now is a time for great rejoicing, great efforts, and new beginnings. Soon we will have a feast of celebration, and at that feast we will celebrate more than the rebirth of a kingdom. We will celebrate the discovery of the heir of the staff and my kingdom. You look about and wonder. I suppose you mean me, says Fox. Tiger says, I think they merged. That is a distinct possibility. Okay. Pentegarn's deep laughter fills the small room. Oh, Fox, modest and brilliant though you are, I am not speaking of you. I am speaking of one who is honest and true, loyal and brave. Sure sounds like me, mutters Fox, whose veins carry the blood of kings and queens. There are silences. Everyone looks about in wonder. Yep, like the Dark Crystal. You Skeksis. Whoa. I am speaking of you, Jamie. You are my great-grandchild, the heir to the kingdom. Me? I'm your great-grandchild? You ask? I'm your apprentice and your heir? Are you sure? When do we become his apprentice, I guess? Yes, child, I am very sure, and you will continue to place your trust in me. I will take you as my apprentice and teach you all I know. One day the staff, the ring, and the cube will all be yours, as will the kingdom. So you must learn to be wise and strong now. If you got so much to share, says Lydia, her hands on her hips, how about us? Yes, barks Fox, I want my share. Can we afford a fox muzzle? Asks Owl. Pentegarn laughs in a great booming laugh and says, Lydia, Valtrex, Fox, Owl, Jamie, you will all share, and treasure is the least I have to offer. Chris. Come, my friends, gather round. We have much to discuss. The end. Hang on a second, guys. What's up? Oh, thank you. Brings me a plate of cookies. I can stop for that. Thank you, Mom. Okay, we got this picture here. Bowing to Pentegarn. Got through this one pretty quick tonight, I think. A little over an hour. That was really cool. You can go back and try another ending if you guys want, but I don't think we're going to get better than that. And I think Tiger wants cookies. Katie says nummy. Take some. I want some too. She took the whole tray. She wants to put a muzzle in the fox too. All right, guys. That's the end of the book. I think we got a really good ending. Nice choices. And I just spread chocolate chip all over my book. That's now part of the book. Chocolate flavor. All right, so what do you guys think? Victor says thanks. I thank you, Vic, and everybody else for being here. Ray, Tiger, Katie, appreciate it. Thanks, Spine Ticks when he was here. That was cool. Everybody else who's watching. Yes, I had a lot of fun too, Victor. I love reading these Endless Quest books, and it's nice to share them with friends. It's pretty cool. Let me check our poll here. Oh, it looks like Return to Brookmere has won out. All right, so next time it's going to be Return to Brookmere. Is everybody cool with that? I'm guessing you are with the poll. Oh, yeah, Tiger's eating all the cookies, so I'm going to have to sign off here so I can get some before they're gone. She already ate all the last batch of cookies. I didn't get any. And Ray says, sorry I missed the start, but it was fun. That's okay, buddy. And Tiger says, thanks to everybody. So, again, thanks for everybody being here. I appreciate it. And next month, let me see here. She says, I did not. That's probably about the cookies. Ray says, I don't know the difference between the books. I'm cool with any. Cool. Victor says, good night, everybody. And right before I take off, I wanted to let you guys know it's going to be the first Thursday of November where we're going to be reading another Endless Quest book together. And that's going to be, I'll be the second Thursday. I'm sorry, the 14th of December is what it looks like. Yep. Okay. Katie says good night. Good night, everybody. And I had a good time. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys again.